The red pine sort of clumps. The white pine are lacier.
This stretch of land in East Otter Tail County has been a hobby.
I did almost all of it myself by hand.
And a place of refuge for David Fihn.
We lived in DL for 5 or 6 years, and I spent much of my spare time looking for a piece of land. Wanted land like this with some water. I wanted to grow trees and a place to go to get away from the stresses of everyday life. I've escaped out here a lot.
He often brought his wife and 2 kids here to picnic, hike, and plant trees together.
This tree is the biggest one that I've planted. This whole group was in the first planting I had.
In the spring, Fihn planted seedlings he got from the conservation department. They were 12 to 14 inches tall and about the size of a pencil.
Planting seedlings is a bit of a gamble. If you run into a real dry spring, they don't do well. If you have good rains, at least up through June, then you'll do better.
Of the trees he planted, Fihn says about 7,000 are still growing.
The state of Minnesota has these tree farm signs.
What do you like about planting trees?
Just looking at what the future will be.
He planted mostly evergreens like pine and spruce.
The red pine always has 2 needles.
But he also planted some chokecherry trees and lilacs.
And so in the spring it's just tremendous out here because there's about 125 in this row. It's fragrant and it's pretty.
To help pay his property taxes, Fihn occasionally sold trees for lumber and kept some of the land in CRP.
Just beyond these trees, this was originally 17 acres.
He also rented part of the land to a farmer for several years to grow hay, barley, and corn, and he allowed beehives to be kept on the property in exchange for honey.
It's a grand place. It's been a wonderful escape for me.